Hello everyone, my name is Markiplier. Just kidding, I'm not Markiplier. I've got another little dude we're gonna be drawing today. So, let's get right into the news. I'm also playing Akira the Dawn, if I can get to it. Excuse me. His ears remind me of like imps, like from a fantasy game. Ooh, Use Your Despair. It's one of my favorite songs by the great Akira the Dawn.
Here's some more. Use your despair to find freedom. Use your despair to find freedom. Use your sadness, loneliness, depression, and despair to buy your freedom. Do you know how to do that? And by the way, freedom feels really good. Here's how. Do you remember that day you were lonely and sad and neurotic and anxious and depressed? And every other bad feeling in the world, and if only you could talk to that guy or that girl, the person of your affection. If you feel like you're gonna die anyway, just do it. You're free. Go up to that person that you think is gonna turn you down. And guess what?
They probably will.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Nothing
Everybody's
lost.
failing all over the world all the time. Go up to that person and say to yourself, before you walk up,
My whole life is garbage right now.
I'm sad,
I'm depressed.
I'm neurotic.
And
Let's
I'm
mix
really
it up a little bit. Let's shake the box. Let's just see what happens. Leave your box. Walk directly
Maybe
up to
up to
that
that
person
person.
that is way better than you in
Your
your
broken mind.
They're not way better than you, but you think they are. And say, you know, I just wondered if you'd like to go
Good
to
day.
dinner with me.
I think it'd be fun.
Use your despair to find freedom.
I've used this
Use your
and it works.
despair
It really does work.
to find freedom.
It's amazing.
Use your sadness.
Actually, now that I think about it, that's how I asked out my current girlfriend. Yeah.
To buy your freedom. What happens? Well, let me tell you a story that happened just like that. I'm gonna divert a little bit. Years ago when I was single, I lived in San Francisco. knew, had no social life whatsoever, no game. It was before online dating. I mean, meeting somebody was really, really hard pre-internet. And I joined a group called the Spinsters. Well, I didn't join them. I went to an event that they had. Spinsters were young women who were single, and they had an ironic name. And they would have these big parties, and they would invite men. And it was just basically a way to meet people. So I went to one of these events with my friend, Josh. And we walked in and we looked around and we said to ourselves, not exactly the most attractive room. I don't want to be unkind, but it wasn't exactly what we were hoping for. With one exception. Across the room there was one unusually attractive woman, and she sort of stood out as the most attractive woman in the entire place. And so I said to my friend, well, this is a disaster. We wasted our night. I'm just going to go over to the most attractive woman in the room. I'll flame out in about a second and a half.
And then we can leave.
And then we'll be done. And then we just go home. So I walked directly up to the most attractive woman in the room. And she was my girlfriend for 11 months. Use your despair to find freedom. Use your despair to find freedom. Use your sadness, loneliness, depression,
Oh no.
and despair.
I made his head way too big, so now his proportions are all off. That's fine. Just keep going. It looks more like a dog, but you know what? It's fine. Again, like I keep saying, that's why we practice, right? Practice to get better. And then once you get better, you get really good at practicing. And really, all practicing really is just doing it. And yeah, you'll make mistakes. Of course you'll make mistakes. You've never done it before. All that matters is that you just keep moving.
Now, if you had asked me what were my odds, I would have said pretty close to zero. Pretty close to
Pretty
zero.
close to zero.
And it turns out that other people were intimidated and didn't talk to her.
There we go. That's a
Now,
little better.
why was I able to walk up to someone that I could normally not walk up to? It's because I'd given up. I had absolutely given up. There was nothing for me here. I just said, well, doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Or
Nothing
she
lost.
turns me down.
No,
Nothing lost.
lost.
The moment you realize that your despair is your freedom, you're free. The rose of the rose bush. The earth is not
Infested.
infested with living organisms any more than your skeleton is bones infested with cells. The earth is geological, yes, but this geological entity grows
People.
people. And our existence on the earth is a symptom of the solar system and its balances, as much as the solar system in turn is a symptom of our galaxy, and our galaxy in its turn is a symptom of the whole company of galaxies. Goodness only knows what that's in. But you see, when as a scientist you describe the behavior of a living organism, try to say what a person is. It's the only way in which you can describe what a person is.
Whoops.
Describe what they do.
My bad, I hit my mic.
And you find out that in making this description, you cannot confine yourself to what happens inside the skin. In other words, you can't talk about a person walking unless you start describing the floor. Because when I walk, I don't just dangle my legs in empty space. I move in relationship to a room. And so, in order to describe what I'm doing when I'm walking, I have to describe the room. I have to describe the territory. So, in describing my talking at the moment, I can't describe this just as a thing in itself, because I'm talking to you. And so, what I'm doing at the moment is not completely described unless your being here is described also. So if that is necessary, if in other words, in order to describe my behavior, I have to describe your behavior and the behavior of the environment, it means that we've really got one system of behavior. That what I am involves what you are. I don't know who I am unless I know who you are. And you don't know who you are unless you know who I am. There's a wise rabbi once said, if I am I because you are you, and you are you because I am I, then I am not I and you are not you. In other words, we're not separate. We define each other. We're all backs and fronts to each other. You know, you can't, for example, have two sticks. You lean two sticks against each other and they stand up because they support each other. Take one away and the other falls.
Okay, so that took about 10 minutes.
Also symbol of how it should be. But there are three interlocked rings. If you put one off, the other two separate.
My pencil has run out of lead. Is this 0.5 or 0.7? 0.7. There's the 0.5.
In terms of other people. We all belong together. And this is, again and again, the serious scientific description of how things happen. And to such an extent that any good scientist knows, therefore, that what you call the external world is as much you as your own body. Your skin doesn't separate you from the world, it's a bridge through which the external world flows into you, and you flow into it. Just, for example, as a whirlpool in water, you can say because you have the skin, you have a definite shape, you have a definite form. Right? Here is a flow of water, and suddenly it does a whirlpool. And then it goes on. The whirlpool is a definite form, but no water stays put in it. The whirlpool is something the stream is doing. And exactly the same way, the whole universe is doing each one of us. And I see you today, and I recognize you tomorrow. Just as I would recognize a whirlpool in the stream. I'd say, well, yes, I've seen that whirlpool before. It's near so-and-so's house on the end of the river, and it's always there. So in the same way, when I meet you tomorrow, I recognize you, you're the same whirlpool you were yesterday. But you're moving. The whole world is moving through you. All the cosmic rays, all the food you eat, the stream of steaks and milk and eggs and everything is just flowing right through you. When you're wiggling the same way, the world is wiggling, the stream is wiggling you.
Alright. I'm going to try this on a bit bigger scale. Draw a bit bigger box. And then if I have time, I'll get to that one.
That we are the eternal universe, each one of us. Otherwise we're going to go out of our heads. We're going to commit suicide. Collectively, courtesy of H-bombs. And, alright. Supposing we do, well, that will be that. And it'll be life making experiments. experiments on other galaxies. Maybe they'll find a better game.
I hope y'all are playing the game of life in such a way that you can be proud of yourself. Each and every one of you. And if you're currently not doing such, I hope you have the courage to start doing so. What is this? I don't have permission to play the music that just came on. Oh, come on. My bad.
I might be showing it. I'm kind of talking to you directly. You're feeling super lonely. You might be addicted. And you're trying to figure out a way out. And you're thinking, what the hell do I do? I'm trapped, I'm lonely, and maybe addicted. And I have low self-esteem. And all these people who are doing better than me are beating up on me and they're controlling me. Their opinions are
Actually breaking my brain.
I can't stop thinking about what they said about me. Is that you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you
Sometimes.
a few tricks. This will just be a start. It's not going to fix anybody instantly. But I'll give you a few tricks for escaping them. Okay? Some brain hacks.
Some life hacks.
It goes like this.
Step 1. Always remember the basket case theory.
That's trick 1.
There is no
Always remember
the basket case theory.
no complete people.
Just broken people.
Always remember
The basket case theory.
that's trick 1. Everybody's broken. They're just
Completely broken. And you should have pity on them.
the person who's talking to you and is insulting you. They're broken. Did you say to yourself,
Oh my
goodness,
God.
somebody who's normal is criticizing me? Do
In
you know how
cruel
many times
ways.
that's happened? How many times has a person who's got it together and they're normal?
And they're criticizing you in cruel ways.
Never happened. Do you think a lot? Because the answer is 0. It's never happened. Nobody who has
Their
their
act together
is
and criticizing you in cruel ways.
But you are getting criticized in cruel ways. You're being judged.
Not by good people,
You're being judged
by
by
thoroughly broken people.
who are acting out. They're taking out their pain.
On you.
If you imagine that they're complete, somehow good people,
Well, that feels pretty bad.
that's pretty bad. Because you don't want somebody that you respect, or at least think is normal,
To be judging you,
That feels terrible. They don't exist.
they don't exist.
That thing that somebody said, it was said. The words exist, but there's no such thing
As
an
a broken person saying that kind of stuff.
Always
Just remember the basket case theory.
That's trick 1. Everybody's broken. Always remember the basket case theory. No complete people, just broken people.
Always remember the basket case theory.
That's trick 1. Everybody's broken.
They are just completely broken. And you should have pity on them. You should have pity on them.
And your first thought should be empathy.
Not feeling bad about yourself.
So that's your first trick. Remember the basket case theory?
Oh,
Nobody's
maybe
good.
not.
It just doesn't exist. And trust me, the older you get,
The more you're gonna realize,
the more you'll know this is true. There are no complete people,
just broken people.
The more broken they are, the more they're going to get after you. Because they need that. They need to push you down so that they can feel good for today.
You sitting in this room, you
No.
really, well, you persuaded yourself that way. You bet. Because
I don't have permission for those songs yet.
This is a dream my 5-year-old nephew had. Now, you gotta get the context of this dream, right? Year after this dream, parents were divorced, so there were dragons in the house. He was about 4 at this time. He was running around the house with this little plastic knight helmet on and a sword. He was zipping around killing things with it. Doing this all the time. And even when he went to sleep at night, he'd put the sword by his pillow, knight helmet on his pillow. Now, every night, or every second night, or every third night for 6 months, he'd be waking up screaming. So I was there one night when he woke up screaming. Next morning I said, well, did you dream anything? And so we launched into this story. He said, he was in this field, and these little creatures, like
I forgot a nose, that's why it looks
they
weird.
didn't have any arms, they just had legs. They had big beaks. They were covered with hair and grease. And on top of their
Oops,
head
that's my head in the picture, sorry about that.
lots and lots of these dwarves, and they were jumping on him with their beaks, biting him. We all looked at him and thought, well, it's no wonder you're waking up screaming, right? I mean, that doesn't sound so good. And then he said, well, wait, there's more, right? Back in the distance, there's a dragon.
Ooh,
Might as well go
dragon.
after the dragon.
Always go after the dragon.
Go after the dragon.
Do the hard stuff first, right?
Might as well go after the
This looks more like a chihuahua. Less than a cat, but making progress. Looks more like a cat than this one, so.
And the dragon is popping out fire and smoke.
Fire and smoke, fire, fire and smoke.
And every time he puffs out fire and smoke, turns into these dwarves. Big problem, right? Just like the problem with the Hydra. I fall
Whoop.
one head.
7 more grow back.
What are you gonna do about these dwarves? Kill one, big deal. 10 more are coming. What can you do about that? In a legal trial, that would have been an inadmissible question. That's called leading
No witness.
Because what I told him was, despite the horror of this situation, you maybe could do something about it. And he said, I take my sword, I get my dad. That's a good idea, right? There's the real dad, and then there's the tradition dad, right? You might as well have your father by your side if you're going to go into battle. I take my sword, I get my dad, I go to where the dragon was. I jump up on his head, I poke both of his eyes out with the sword, I go down his throat to the place where the fire comes out, I cut a piece of that box out,
And use it as a shield.
wow, that's unbelievable, unbelievable that he could do that. Perfect, right? There's no sense going after the dwarves, just the thousands of them. You might as well go after the dragon.
Jordan Peterson is has such a way with words, you know? You can think what you may about him, but if you've ever actually listened to his lectures, he's got a lot to say about some really important stuff, you know?
You get a piece of it. Piece of its center, nature. A piece that can defend you against anything.
Wanna comment on it a little bit while I draw. I have learned that, well, it's just like if you're faced with a problem, it's like the fairy tale of the dragon, right? You gotta slay the dragon in order to, you know, get your wish, so to speak, as whether that may be the archetypal princess or the treasure that the dragon might be guarding, right? And that could be many things. That could be, I don't know, let's say, let's say, for example, you really want to create a career of art and you want to become an independent artist and make money doing art and that kind of thing, right? First, you have to get over the fear of selling your art, because there is a fear of there's a fear of parting with your child, right? Because you put so much time and energy and emotion into this thing that you've created, which is almost like as if it's your child. Now, this is just my viewpoint. You may have a different one, and that's totally fine. If you never get over that fear of selling your child, right? Or giving up something that you love is a more general term, or a more general way of looking at that. I mean, you'll never get to the next step, right? If you never slay the dragon, you'll never get that treasure. You'll never get your princess. That's just something that I struggle with at times, because I put so much time and energy into the art that I create, and then I just don't want to part with it, right? And if I start a piece with the intention of selling it, it comes out, it doesn't come out as good as it would if I was just drawing for the sake of drawing, right? That's a curtain of some kind. His back kind of arches like this because cats do that. His body, no, oh well, whatever. I'll add these in here and it'll make it like, what was I saying? Right. If I were to begin a piece with the intention of selling it, it usually comes out worse, because I'm not focused on the problem at hand. I'm focused on the end product, right? It's like going into a relationship where you try to change the other person and expecting to, you know, have it be a longevic relationship. If you're going into it and paying attention to changing the other person, I don't know, that's already... Yeah, I don't know. I dropped my pencil. What time is it? I might need to go. What time is it? I need to go. No, fuck it. I'll keep drawing on this. I hope that makes sense. But even if it doesn't, I'm just here talking about my issues, you know. These are just problems that I face that, I don't know, maybe you face them as well. And just having someone there who is also dealing with the same thing makes you feel less lonely. And that in and of itself really does help with the healing process, right? Because then you start to think, oh my God, I'm not alone in this. Oh my God, other people have faced this. This isn't... I don't have to come up with some wildly unique solution to this. I can look at other people, because if other people have done it, then, well, so can I, right? At least that's the hope. Just like becoming a good artist. If other people can be great artists, then why can't I? Why not me? Why not me? Oop, this needs to be further down. I need to not use that eraser because where are my pencils at? There it is. One day I'll show you guys my janky setup I've got here. And then it goes like that. Kind of. I'll get it eventually. This one's kind of good, but still a little janky. But that's fine. No, whatever. I will learn as time goes on. Hey, that's pretty good. It's kind of shady. Shady as fuck. The link to... I'll put in a link for the music that I was playing. Again, his name is Akira the Don. He takes meaningful speeches and that kind of thing and overlays kind of like lo-fi or like trap beats over it. I've kind of used it as a way to, as strange as it sounds, I've used it as a way to dogmatize myself into a certain way of thinking. It's been very helpful, actually, like really helpful. I would go as far as to say I owe my life to that man. I was in a very dark place at one point in time, and his music really got me out of there. And for that, I am eternally grateful, because now here I sit in an apartment. I'm able to pay my bills. I'm able to live a life that I am truly proud of. I'm able to get out there and go after it, you know? And I mean, I probably would have been able to do that without his music, but it's a big but. His music really helped kind of speed up the process. And yeah. So, go check him out if you like his music. And if you think it can help you, even better. Oh, there's a tail here. And it kind of goes under here, and there's kind of like a weird foot there, and there we go. Yep. There we go. Cat. Yeah. I'll shade in the rest of this, you know, because why not? Add in some more stuff in there. Oh, this needs to be darker because it's in the background. Okay. Oops. Forgot to do the shading on the ears here. The nose is kind of dark in this picture. His nose is black. Sorry if I keep getting in the picture. It's kind of hard to tell where my camera is exactly angled, but I'll figure it out, don't worry. Sweet. And here is final product. Yeah, that's pretty darn close. Again, I'll get better at it. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy, keep coming back, you know? I appreciate anyone who watches these. Right now it's kind of just for, you know, getting my name out there, doing that thing. And just finding some way to express myself to the world. So, yeah. I hope y'all have a good one. Peace.